Everyone's gonna be glad to see you. Or hear you, at least. They're not gonna see shit. They've been clamoring for you.
That's not true.
My solo streams are that awful.
God damn it. Okay, I'm here. Which mic is
This that one.
Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody.
So what's the plan? What do you want to do?
You can keep playing Mad Max. I brought exactly one beer
Okay.
that I'm gonna drink.
How did your Metal Gear stream go?
It was incredibly boring, much like the game. I'm so fucking bored.
I don't know that I would go that far.
I am.
Are we gonna talk about the game?
Why fucking? I don't give a fuck. Hold on. Let me open up the chat here. If you want to talk about the game, we can talk about it. How far in are you?
Not very at all. Percentage-wise,
Yeah.
I'm still in single digits.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know what the problem is?
What?
I can't bring myself to play it for too long at a time.
Is it because it's deadly boring?
It's not deadly boring. There's a lot of good things for some reason. It isn't gelling for me though.
I think
There's
it's
a lot of interesting ideas.
I think it's because it's really boring.
I think that's going too far.
I think it's very repetitive. And the only
And so is this, and I'm playing this. I will agree. Metal Gear. A little bit repetitive.
It's a little bit repetitive.
Then again, I'm still in single digits. I don't know, the game's radically different once you get 20 or 30% in.
Well,
But this game, also repetitive,
Yep.
but I keep wanting to play this.
because you're invested in this world already.
Yes.
So because you are not a Metal Gear fan, you don't have that to carry over.
It's like the weirdest thing playing Metal Gear because I can see, like, the quality. It's very polished, very solid, very well optimized. They knew what they were doing and they made it, yet it's not drawing me into that world.
Yeah, it's not. It's really not. It's a chore to play right now.
Also, I wish they'd pick a fucking tone.
Yes.
One minute, you're doing serious espionage stuff. The next minute, there are fire demons, and it's supernatural, outlandish stuff. And then you're sending sheeps into the air with weather balloons, and it's just flat out silly. Pick a tone.
Yeah. You have to pick a tone, and it's every mission so far has been the exact same, like break into a dusty village and do something, right? And then every cutscene. So far. And I'm at about 15% right now, and I believe I'm going to Africa. So we're going to get a location change at 15%. I believe. I don't know if that's true, but I believe I'm going. They've mentioned Africa. But that is the tone, right? The tone is all over the place, and that doesn't help. What was I going to say? So
Just ignoring the story, which historically with Metal Gear I've always hated, though this one isn't as heavy on the story. When it is there, I find it annoying. Like that opening cutscene, when somebody threw a flaming hunchback whale at me, I actually broke out into hysterical Rich Evans laughter at the game.
Yeah, but by the way, I was into it. When the demon riding the unicorn was chasing me on horseback, I was like, this is a game I can get down with. But then you spend the next 20 hours in Afghanistan chasing...
Yeah, it's a completely different
game.
You build me that sniper rifle, then we head
A
out.
better game, though. The first part, linear and horrible.
Oh, sure. That opening, the tutorial bit.
I love the non-linearity of the Afghanistan stuff. When they put me on that horse and just said, okay, now you're on your own now,
Sure.
I thought it was great.
You know what? I'll even be with you there. You know what kills it for me? The thing that absolutely kills the fucking game is two things. One, the waving at dudes minigame when you're on the base.
Just don't do anything on the base. I ignore the base. Base isn't fun.
No, the base is not fun, but you have to, because if you don't wave at every dude, their morale gets low and they start acting funny.
Wait, is this a thing?
Have you not gotten to base building yet?
I didn't know you could wave at people.
You have to wave at people.
That sounds awful.
It's terrible. You have to walk around every single base and find dudes, and then they salute you, and it says troop morale heightened.
I've been ignoring the base as much as I can.
Yeah, you should. The base is what kills it for me. I hate the base.
I leave the base as quick as I can to go out in the field.
I fucking hate the base so much, and for me, it's growing. You know, like I have many different areas of the base, and you have to. By the way, the areas of the base are like 8 miles apart, and you have to drive 8 miles to the other part of the base to wave at everybody at that part of the base, and then you drive back, and then you need to manage your staff, and some staff members
Chad
are
is
troublemakers.
saying you don't really have to do that.
It told me in the game that I have to do that. Literally,
have to, or is this just a thing you could to get an extra juice out of these guys?
the game told me that I need to do that to keep morale up.
What the fuck?
That's what the game told me.
Everyone in the chat's saying it's optional.
Yeah.
Because I've been ignoring it, and I haven't been slapped in the wrist yet. But then again, it's still single digits.
Up to it, Guzzler.
I hear you, Mr. Try-Smile. I'm glad to know that I don't have to do that, but then why did the game tell me I have to do that? Could it be because it's a game that I don't much care for because it's crap? It's not, and the thing that upsets me is it's not all crap. I love, as I talked about on my stream, one of the things that I love the most is the reconnaissance. Kind of just sitting above a village with your binoculars and marking all the guys.
Something the chat pointed out
Yeah.
earlier, and I kind of agreed with them before, reading them say this in the chat.
Yeah.
A lot of that's ripped off from Far Cry 3.
Oh, really?
You have binoculars and you spy the guys. When you spy the guys, they glow and you can see them always.
Oh.
Like in Metal Gear.
Oh, and I love that. Because that made me feel like a spy. That's exactly what a spy would do. We would just sit there, get all the intel he could. By the way, for anyone interested, people were around when I got my puppy. Have you gotten the puppy yet?
Yeah.
So
I don't care about the puppy. It's there. I grabbed it.
My puppy's all grown up, and my puppy comes on missions with me now.
Oh, okay.
And gets rid of the one thing I really liked about the game because now the puppy just senses where the bad guys
Put the
are.
sniper rifle to the test.
Do you have to bring the puppy?
You don't have to bring a puppy. Well, I brought the puppy. It's like, oh, I have the option to bring a puppy. I'll bring a puppy, and he just senses where the bad guys are.
Can the puppy get shot?
The puppy can get injured, but also the enemies are really bad at like noticing the puppy. But the puppy can get injured, and it costs you a lot of money to fix your puppy.
There's a lot of money to fix your puppy.
Yeah.
My fingers were
Yeah.
So it's just like real life.
My puppy got fucked up on a mission, and man, it cost something like 100,000 GPD or something to fix the puppy. I might have read that wrong. It might only be 10,000, but still, it's a lot.
When the game works, it works incredibly well. But like as is the nature of stealth games, it's like the worst thing in the world is just getting caught.
Only to recon.
And when you get caught early, it just kind of fucks the whole mission.
Oh no,
for you
fuck it! Just
mentally.
restart the mission. Yeah. People saw me do that.
I'm
on
going to
Sunday.
go as far as say some of the problems I'm having with the game is just that I suck.
Sure, there's a learning curve.
Part of it is me sucking at the game.
No, and I do. You know what I like about the stealth is all the little breakable shit.
It's kind of funny because in some ways, stealth-wise, it's almost a throwback. Like the modern trend in stealth, in order to get stealth to quote work, a lot of people have been making like stealth fast-paced in games.
Oh yeah.
Like in Blood Dragon, you could just like run up behind somebody and take them out. I actually like stealth in that game. it's a fun, jaunty stealth.
Sure. Well, the different tone in that game.
And this you can't do stuff like that. So I guess if you're used to being able to sprint up behind guys, it's a bit jarring.
Sure.
Because this is old school, and you have to sneak up slowly. You have to sneak up
I like that.
slower than the crouch sneak, or they'll notice you.
Yeah, and I really like that.
Yeah.
The individual missions I like, but then it's just everything in between the individual missions that gives me a fucking aneurysm.
As a whole, I'm not liking it, but there are a lot of things in it that I like. Controls feel tight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tight as hell.
No, and I can be with you with that. But what I'm coming to realize is that there's more of the stuff that I don't like than the stuff I do like. And I've even gotten to a little bit more story insanity wise than you have in the single digits.
Yeah.
Like, have you met
My plan to ignore every bit of story that comes from here on out.
Sure. Have you met the man with the mask yet?
No.
Okay.
Who's the man with the mask?
Huh?
Who's the man with the mask?
You, if I said that, you would know him. So you have
Okay.
not met him. Okay. Have you met? You haven't met Quiet.
No.
Okay.
I'm pathetically not far.
You are pathetically not far.
I can't bring myself to play it for long stretches at a time.
That's so telling of the game.
I know.
That's so telling of the game. That's exactly how I feel. It is a goddamn chore to play that game sometimes.
Which I find odd because there's so many things I think the game does do well.
Better equipment.
Like I said, the controls fucking tight.
Yeah.
Fucking tight.
No, and it does stealth really well. You feel bad. Even
When you get caught. Yeah.
By the way, not even just
It's so
caught.
easy to get caught.
Even if just someone, you get that little glowy line where someone might have seen something. Oh, I fucking hate that. That's not enough to kill it for me, but oh man, if I raise an alarm,
But when it does go to
restart.
combat, the combat feels good.
Yep. Shooting feels very good.
Yet for some reason, it gets old after like 45 minutes. So like, I want to do something else.
Yeah.
I want to drive around in Mad Max and run into things in my car. Is the problem I'm having.
Yeah. Jack hysteria has officially died down now that I'm talking shit about Metal Gear. Well, you know what? That's what you get.
To be fair, Jack is talking more shit than I am.
I am. But-
I can't entirely figure out why I don't want to play the game more. It's a strange thing to me.
No, and I think we agree a lot. I just think I'm a little harsh on it because because I'm forcing myself to play more than you are. It makes me hate it more because I don't want to play anymore. If this was just a game that I picked up just for me, well, I guess if this was just a game I picked up for me, I would have put it down after that open tutorial.
Purpose. Love.
I
But-
probably wouldn't have made it past the hospital section.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was enough.
Even
to
though
kill
the
it.
game gets a shitload better after that. That game would have been. That's like that hospital section. It's
Yeah.
like everything I hate about Metal Gear and modern games.
Yep, everything. It's awful. But let's say someone convinced you to go a little bit further, I still would have given up. By now.
I really liked finding that first guy. Up until the mist zombies showed up and took me straight out of the game again.
Perhaps you fear.
Oh yeah.
But like finding the intel to figure out where he was and going to get him.
Yep,
It
that's
felt
really
very
cool.
non-linear. I loved it.
Yep.
It's great.
Let's
Yep.
have a peek.
And then this guy showed up. And then I did the same type of mission again.
And again,
And then I did the same type of mission
one more time.
again.
And then, by the way, you'll do like 40 more of those missions before some other weird sci-fi shit happens.
Yeah.
And then, by the way, after that other weird sci-fi shit happens, you'll do like 40 more regular sand missions. And that's the game so far. Is weird sci-fi shit in the cutscenes and normal stealth sand missions in the non-cutscenes. And you get a puppy or a pony. So, there you go. Rich, I know you don't like the story in Metal Gear Solid, but because you're reviewing it, shouldn't you be paying attention to it? Says Mr. Shy Smile.
I have been so far. I'm going to stop because I hate it. I already know I hate it.
Done.
I don't like Big Boss as a protagonist. I don't understand what I'm doing. Like is he likable? I'm putting together a mercenary army. Okay,
But you know what?
that feels heroic.
That's something I was actually thinking about on the way over.
Does
here.
that make sense in the context of Metal Gear like
What do you?
3, 4, and the handheld ones? Do I need to like read a manual before I like the character? I don't know.
What do you think the central theme of the game is?
Gray. Moral grayness and wackiness. We're gonna be really wacky about ambivalent morality. Is the central theme of the series. War is bad. There are no truly good or bad people. Oh, and also look at this fire monster.
Yeah, he's riding a unicorn.
He's
right?
riding a unicorn.
That fire monster's riding a unicorn. Because I think theme-wise in the story, they're going for a war is hell kind of thing.
Yeah.
But none of that reflects in the gameplay. because in the gameplay, like you mentioned, you literally get rewarded for creating the biggest mercenary army in the world. That's the main gameplay element, is you do these missions to raise money to make your base bigger so you can do more missions, and eventually you get to a point where you can send other dudes on missions to get more money. That's not you. So, but every time they show you like covered in blood, they show your face, you look sad doggy. That fucking opening hospital scene,
Awful.
fucking
awful.
How trite was it when, you know, you had to like look at your face in the mirror, and, you know, like when the doctor was getting killed.
Arty farty.
Arty farty trite bullshit. Oh, because you've killed so much and you're seeing a guy get killed. Fuck that game. This game is the story is made for baby children. It's made for baby boy children
who like to think they're being big boys.
Exactly. It's made for fucking 12-year-old boys. Once you get
that's fine. That's actually what they're making it for, Jack. I'm serious.
No, I think adults who write this game should be above that. The once you get to Quiet, it gets even more ridiculous, and her fucking bikini nakedness.
You can't complain when the writing of the Teletubbies is being written for toddlers. I mean,
you know what? I think they're trying to be educational, so I'm going to give Teletubbies a pass. They teach you how to share.
When I played the original Metal Gear,
yeah.
I mean, it felt like serious business. This secret base that had the robot tank.
That
felt like serious business when I was, how old would I have been when that came out? Like 7?
No, but you know, that was simpler. You break into the base.
It was, yeah. There weren't fire zombies.
There weren't fire zombies. It was mostly espionage, and then you get the little, you know, you get Psycho Mantis, you get the.
Well, I'm talking about like the NES one. Psycho Mantis I couldn't stand. That's science fiction and clones, and that just ruined the series for me.
Didn't the dude say we'll all be ashamed for mocking that chick's bikini armor? What dude?
What?
I don't know. Mr. Bibb said that.
What bikini armor are we talking about?
That's Quiet.
Oh!
The lady with the bikini armor?
Yeah.
Yeah. You meet her eventually.
I'm assuming so.
Yeah, but I think you're close. And right now I have her in a jail cell.
Mm-hmm.
And she spends most of her time sunbathing with the back of her bikini undone, so she gets an even tan.
Yeah.
And it's a 12-year-old boy fan wank.
Yeah.
And it, as a grown-ass man, it bothers me.
See, one of the reasons I wanted to talk about Metal Gear is because I was curious. The question in my mind was, could good gameplay defeat a story that I actively hated? That was the thought I had. Because
that's a great premise.
Arkham Knight.
Yeah.
It was like the other way around. It was like the formula was getting old and the shit they added was terrible.
Yep.
But the story carried me.
And not even the story. Not the story.
Scrap car. Got to get that scrap car. Where'd he go? Where'd he go?
I don't know.
He's getting away. He's getting away.
You know what? Less the story and more the characters. You know.
Well, sure.
The characters of Arkham Knight is what...
Storytelling, whatever aspect of storytelling, save the game.
Sure. Okay, I'm with you. I can be with you.
I was wondering if the opposite would be true.
All right. And I think it could be true. You know?
Well, like I said, there's a lot of the gameplay I like, but the game isn't gelling for me, and I wonder if it's because I can't stand the story elements.
It's exactly because you can't stand the story elements, absolutely.
Because, like I said, the controls are tight. The stealth, when it works extremely well.
Twitch plays
the sections where you have to shoot work extremely well.
They really do.
Yet I'm not getting into the world, at all. It's like, God, I want to play Mad Max because I like Mad Max. I like cars. I like some of these characters a lot more than I like the Metal Gear characters, who I think are full of themselves and full of shit.
Yeah, Twitch Plays Pokemon is being a little condescending, or, you know, is sniping at me a little bit, and I'm okay with that, Twitch. He says, grown-ass man being bothered by nudity. And I am not at all bothered by nudity. It is the way in which they handle nudity They are handling nudity in not a grown-up fashion.
Oh, fuck.
What is?
I just don't have water.
Oh. You know, it's when you are a teenage boy, and I've been a teenage boy, and I've been a teenage boy before the internet, so I know how important nudity is. Because, you know, I didn't grow up in a time when you could just see nakedness anytime you wanted. We had to work for our nudity. So for me, like, if I was playing this game,
do you ever watch the Playboy channel with the little blurred?
Oh my god! And like
hoping to see something,
just like every 12 minutes, you could see half a boob, and that was great.
Yeah,
that was amazing. You know, fuck man, the JCPenney catalog had the bra section back. That's what we had. You know, we had dirty, we had R-rated comedies that had nudity in them. How much did you watch? What's the? Oh my god, why can't I think of the college movie with John Belushi and
Animal House?
Animal House. Animal House had that great nudity scene in it, and you know that was a relatively well-known comedy.
I don't remember that. I remember one scene in Trading Places though, where Jamie Lee Curtis bared all.
Yes, Trading Places.
I tried to hit the pause button at just the right time.
Same with me for Kentucky Fried Movie. Do you ever see Kentucky Fried Movie?
I actually have not.
Oh, really fun. The last skit of Kentucky Fried Movie is like two teenagers having sex during television broadcast, and eventually the television broadcast starts watching them having sex.
Yeah.
Funny bit, but all I cared about was the two teenagers having sex.
By the way, one of the reasons I'm still in the single digits of 5 is I did spend a lot of time with Ground Zero.
Oh,
like
okay,
getting used to the controls. And
sure,
whatnot.
okay.
So I have like, oddly enough, somehow I ended up with 7 hours in Ground Zeroes, which I think is still considered part of Metal Gear 5. So
that could be. I did not play Ground Zeroes. So in any case, if you know, this is me as an adult, seeing Quiet's scantily clad uniform and just rolling my eyes as hard as I possibly can. If I were 12, I would fucking love it. But I'm not 12, so I can't even condone it for modern 12-year-olds, because modern 12-year-olds have the internet. Where there are, you know, plenty of absolutely free outlets to see naked ladies all over the place. So we don't need it here, you know. So why shoehorn it into a game that's supposed to be taken very seriously?
because I don't think we're supposed to take it. Well, we are supposed to take it seriously, and then we're not.
Right.
They don't make up their minds on that.
Right. And they don't handle the transition very elegantly.
One moment it's silly, and then the next it's not. Yeah.
You know, like there are people, you know, if you think of someone like Joss Whedon, who can handle kind of the adventure genre where, you know, you can be serious at times, but you can also be lighthearted at times. He's a director who I think handles that very well. If you actually, I just rewatched the pilot episode of Firefly. Jesus Christ, what a great show! You haven't seen Firefly?
I haven't, because I know it ends early, and I know I'm just gonna be left wanting. I don't want to be left wanting.
You're gonna love it. You should watch Firefly.
Yeah, I would love it, and then I would be left with.
And then
I'm leaving the mission zone.
Oh. You're leaving the mission zone.
No.
Wow.
I hit the wrong button. I meant to zoom.
Oh. What about Farscape? What about Farscape, Twigs?
Farscape has an ending. At the time I started watching Farscape, it had that last miniseries already made. I didn't discover Farscape until years after the fact. Think of it as a miniseries. Does Firefly have a satisfactory ending?
Yes.
Yeah.
In the Serenity movie, you know, they did a movie to kind of wrap
It's not
it
like
up.
a rush job to resolve everything in Serenity.
I mean, you know, it's not. It's probably not the ending they had in mind when they
Yeah.
started the series, but it does wrap things up, and it is very powerful. Is what I will say.
Yeah.
You know, it's not satisfactory in some aspects, but it does a good job of wrapping everything up. And you know, it has a little bit more budget, so we get a little bit more effects and action out of it, which I always enjoy. Jack mocks the value system of anyone who likes Metal Gear Solid 5. Discuss. No, Striker. I obviously like what you like. I'm trying to elaborate on why I'm disliking it, and more so I'm trying to figure out why I dislike it so much. I find it a chore to play. Just a goddamn chore. And I think that's because
I am not going anywhere near that far. But like I said, I tend to not want to play it for that long at a time. Before I just feel like doing something
I think
else.
you just
Like,
don't want to say it. Like
I've
you're
had
there.
enough of this
Yeah.
for now. I want to do something else for a bit.
Right.
Yeah, because it does feel repetitive. As tight as it is.
It is. No, oh no. Each individual mission, I think, is great. The problem is when you stack them, and you're doing the same mission over and over.
Which is why I've been playing like one at a time.
Yeah.
For the most part. So.
Basically, I think you're agreeing with me. You're just.
It's a matter of degrees.
Sure.
I'm not saying it's awful. I do like a lot of what they're doing.
I think Rich would definitely recommend Mad Max over Metal Gear Solid right now. Yeah. I don't think I would. I also don't think I would be into Mad Max. I think I'd be really bored with Mad Max. But I'm not
I
super
should
into
be.
this
I don't know
world.
why I'm not.
I'm not a big fan of the Mad. I mean, I like the Mad Max movies, but I'm not like so into the world of Mad Max that I could handle this kind of
Oh,
repetitiveness.
do the regular attack so I can counter it. And every time I dodge, he does the counter. Well, fuck you. I'm just going full out brute force. And brute force wins.
Yay, Bruce Force. Bruce Force.
Fuck you and die for being a pain in my ass.
Oh, well, there you go, a horrible glory. One more thing about Firefly we forgot to mention is that Christina Hendricks is in 2 episodes, and she has boobs, and Rich Evans likes boobs.
Every man does.
It's true.
Well, homosexuals. Other than homosexuals, every man does.
I think even homosexuals can respect boobs. They're just not sexually aroused by them.
Homosexuals love boobs when they're like 1.
Right. So at one point, everybody likes boobs.
Yes.
Every man, woman likes boobs at one point.
And child.
Mostly children. Children are at 100%.
Well, young children.
Yeah.
I don't think you like boobs as much at like 5.
No, you're more just confused.
Unless you've got some really, really bad parents.
Yeah, at 5, it should be over.
He's never gonna leave. Little Johnny's gonna be my baby forever.
Are you hungry, Johnny?
Famine, disease.
Come here. Let mommy open up her bra for you. Ay. I don't know. So yeah,
I feel bad because this is a lot more derivative than Metal Gear is trying to be in the actual gameplay. Yet I keep wanting to come back to this.
Well, like you said, I think it has a lot to do with tone. It has a lot to do with tone and theme. This game wears its tone on its sleeve. It's not trying to be serious, It's saying, hey, here's a car. Crash it into things. That's the game.
I think part of it is also being an adult and having things to do.
Well.
Because, Metal Gear?
Yeah.
A lot to sink your teeth into. Especially once they throw in that base management crap at you.
Oh my fucking, I hate that base management crap so fucking much.
The stealth is, time consuming, you don't want to take it. It's not Metal Gear is not like a game you can pick up and just relax with after work for an hour.
Sure. Yeah. Oh, it takes and you never know when you're going to get that next 45-minute cutscene, and so it's an investment to pick it up. Like I need to clear my schedule to pick it up because I'll do this mission that only takes 20 minutes, but then after I get on the helicopter, there's a 20-minute cutscene about my puppy.
Yeah, that opening mission of Metal Gear, that opening segment that ate up my ration of Metal Gear bullshit tolerance. And now that is gone. They blew that in the first 30 minutes. The bullshitometer is completely full.
Yeah. Yep. Mr. Trismile wants to know, no, and I don't think that you're being rude. Wants to know if I'm finding the game a chore because more of my play style. And, obviously my personal tastes have a ton to do with how I perceive any game. And I think the answer is, of course.
That must be
Of course, But I also think I'm in trying to elaborate on my feelings of the game. That's all I'm trying to do is I'm trying to figure out why I feel the way I do. Oh God, Dinky D. And so I take no offense at that assertion of yours, and you should take no offense at my feelings on the game because obviously,
car needs more power and grip. It needs side armor.
You know.
And a grill to shield the nose.
you like what you like. We've talked about this a ton.
For the record, I have absolutely no intention of trashing the game. It's just not grabbing a hold of me as extremely enjoyable.
Right. And so then our job in having a conversation that will be edited and curated is
Why
is it not grabbing a hold of us?
Maybe I plan to spend tomorrow
Okay.
catching up on Metal Gear.
Cool.
That's my plan.
That's a good plan.
I played it a lot yesterday,
Oh, good. Good.
and then today I've been here all day. But tomorrow is set aside for Metal Gear. We'll see what happens. Maybe my opinion will completely change.
It could, it could be. There are some really, really fun missions.
But I don't think we're even going to pretend 100% in.
Oh my God. I don't know if there's an hour counter. I need to search through the menu and see if there's like a how many hours you've been playing.
Yeah.
But I feel like I've put more than 20 hours in, and I'm only at 15%.
Yeah.
I don't know how long I've actually played it, but it feels like 20 hours.
A wasteland classic.
I am, of course, a very slow player.
Between Ground Zero and Phantom Pain, I think I've got 22 hours or so.
Okay.
Agreed.
Let's return to
What do you think of Ground Zeroes?
And I'll show you the plan.
I liked it. No, I mean,
Okay.
the setting, I like the base more than I like the random Afghan countryside.
Okay. I don't know anything
Yeah.
about Ground Zeroes. I didn't play Ground Zeroes.
It's like one Metal Gear mission.
Oh, okay.
It's like one Metal Gear 5 mission, and they charged $40 for it when it came out.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
You got it for free though with a purchase of Metal
it
Gear.
came with it on Steam. It came with the purchase of Phantom Pain.
Great.
It's like they charged $40 for a demo, and I thought the whole thing was very offensive when I heard about it.
Sure. No, Camaxian, that mission where you have to blow up multiple takes is amazingly out of nowhere. At that point in the game, you barely know how to blow up anything. You've only been doing stealth missions. It took me like 5 tries just to figure out how to blow up a tank. There was no.
I'm assuming you have some kind of bazooka.
I didn't have a bazooka.
Okay.
Maybe I could have requisitioned a bazooka, but they didn't set up that mission at all. There was, for a game that has a 3-hour-long tutorial on just how to move forward.
Yeah.
God damn, that crawling fucking pissed me right off. After they spend so much time holding your hands in that opening mission to kind of throw you in there with no idea how to take down a tank or an armored vehicle. I barely made it through. I figured it out eventually. I figured out a good method on how to get the tanks blowed up with my equipment and equipment stolen from others. But I did not much care for that mission. I like the sneaking. I really like the sneaky stuff. I like all of the reconnaissance, and I like the sneakiness. I even like having my puppy around. You know. The puppy, though, does not listen. I tell my puppy to stay so I can go sneak and attack dudes, and, like, after I attack the dudes, the puppy's right there. It's like, puppy, go back and stay, you fucking puppy. Fucking puppy. Blorp. Blorp, blorp.
Blorp?
Blorp?
What is blorp? Who's blurping and why are they blurping?
The Zacnoids.
What?
The Zacnoids
Are you just
blurp.
saying random things now?
Yes!
Why?
I don't know, Rich. It's been a long time. It's been a very long
I'm sorry.
I'm not. I have beer.
What the fuck?
I have beer, so I'm happy right now.
Well done, well done. Now we'll see what treasures lie inside.
Keep an eye on the car.
Yes, have a protector.
Yes, I'm really excited about that Memoru. I just got the a tranquilizer sniper gun. Super excited about that. Very excited about the tranquilizer sniper gun. Because I like the sniper. You know, sniper rifle's always great, but you know, sometimes you just don't want to kill anybody. And of course, everyone saw my play style on Sunday, which is, you know, find the guy, interrogate him for all the information he has in the base, and slit his fucking throat.
Yeah.
Slit his throat and hide the body. Unless he has good stats, and then you balloon him out of there for your troops.
Is there a way to check their stats before you slit their throat?
Well, when you interrogate them, sometimes they tell you who their specialist is.
Uh-huh.
And eventually there's an upgrade to your binoculars that tells you their stats.
Oh, okay, okay.
So.
Does have a set of magical.
I feel bad I haven't played it.
Oh, that's all right. Then, you know, you'll get there. You'll get there. But then, like, all that does is remind me about the part of the game that I hate, which is that goddamn base. And it's like, oh yeah, my medical team needs to be upgraded if I want this right medicine. So, like, you know, if this guy has high enough stats in medicine, I should save him and not kill him. And then if I save him, blah, 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 blah. What am I drinking? I'm drinking 6 Point Craft Ale Resin IPA.
And as funny as it is, and it is funny,
Sometimes.
how much does the weather balloon just take you out of what you're doing?
Oh, by the way, do you know that's a real thing, apparently?
Really?
That's what they were telling me on Sunday.
How do they get it to go to the right spot?
Rich Evans, that's exactly what I said. I said, this is the dumbest thing in the world. It's so silly that they just go up in a balloon, and people are like, no, that's a real thing.
How do they get it to go where it needs to go? How do you...
This is me not knowing.
Okay.
I don't know anything about it. I don't know anything about it, but I said the exact same thing, and the chat gave me an incredible amount of shit for not knowing that that was a real thing.
I've never heard of that before.
No, of course, it's
Yeah.
very silly.
Extremely.
Extremely silly. It's Cold War technology.
Well, I know they had weather balloons, but did they use them to send people to a specific place?
Failspin is saying you don't use it on people. A plane flies by and grabs it like in the Dark Knight.
Oh.
Like that thing he does in the Dark Knight.
Okay.
So, but it's not supposed to be used on people.
Yeah, because they die up in the high atmosphere.
Right?
Let alone they'd agree to work for you afterwards.
Well, I can only assume there's some sort of brainwashing happening.
And this is the guy we're rooting for? I can enjoy what I'm doing when I completely ignore like the background.
Yep.
That's warlord
Yep.
warnings. Telling us
It's that's what's so weird about the game is individually, each mission
I don't fucking
is
care.
satisfying until you remember why you're doing the mission or what you have to do afterwards.
Am I rooting for the evil mercenaries, or am I rooting for the evil spy agency?
Or the Russians, you know, it's like...
Establish some necessities, and you'll benefit greatly. I'll see to it personally.
I'll take a look. The night
Also,
promises.
and I know you're not that far into the game. I guess I'm not that far into the game either, even though it feels like I've been playing this for years. Because that's how dull I find the game.
What percentage are you at?
15.
15.
Yeah. Nothing. Nothing.
I thought you said 50.
Oh,
I'm like, oh god, I'm never gonna catch up.
Oh, Jesus, no. No, I can't even imagine what 50% is at this point.
How early do people get games?
Do people get games?
Reviewers. Like professional GameSpot reviewers.
Probably a month before release.
Because it's a pretty big game.
Yeah.
Outside of our pathetic percentage completion,
Yeah.
I mean, that's like, to rush out a full review, I mean...
Well,
That's a full-time job.
That's
like
literally
20 hours a day for a week.
That literally is some people's full-time job. This is the thing, Rich. This is what makes this so different than movie reviews. A movie you just get to watch a couple hours. It's great.
Yes, I know GameSpot is ass. That wasn't my point.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, you can beat the game at 40%. Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
Oh, okay.
Our goal.
So I'm not as behind at my 8 or so percent.
Rich and I's personal goal for review was 50%.
Yeah.
So knowing that we can beat it at 40% makes me feel very happy.
Play it enough to know what you can do.
Yeah. Oi, that game. Sometimes that game. But what my point was going to be, something that's been really bothersome, especially in that first exposition dump chunk, was how little Snake talked.
Yeah.
Everyone else was talking at Snake.
I'm not super huge on the series, so is he just a silent type?
He's not.
Or is this a Kiefer Sutherland money thing?
That's exactly what it was, and you can tell, because everyone else is just talking for Snake, Snake, you remember that one time we were in this mission? Yeah, Snake, we're gonna, they're saying the lines that were supposed to be written for Snake, and he just sits there going, just silently nodding.
He's well animated.
He's very well animated.
I love just watching him run around. He looks like a badass soldier.
Sure. My only problem is they didn't change his regular walk cycle when he's on the base and there's no threat.
Oh yeah.
So he's like on his home base territory, greeting his soldiers who love and respect him, and he's still ready to attack anyone.
I plan to continue ignoring that aspect of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. I fucking hate that bass. That bass makes me the most upset. If I listen to the cassette tapes, Snake talks a lot more. I won't listen to those cassette tapes. I don't like them. I don't like them. That's not the way I like to play games. I don't want to schedule my cutscenes. That's all listening to those tapes is planning out your cutscenes. Mm-hmm. Okay, you know what? I'll take the next 20 minutes and just listen to all these tapes. Fuck that. I play a game for a reason. To play a game. To be a character. Hellcat Striker...
Story-wise, that series has been doomed to me for a long time anyway. I don't think some cassette tapes would change my mind.
No, and Hellcat Striker, you do have to go to the base. There are certain chunks where they make you go to the base.
I've left shortly thereafter, though, with no penalty. So.
But also, the game tells you need to go around the base to raise troop morale, and there are side missions in the base. There are target practice side missions in the base. There are reasons to be in the base that the game tells me I should do. So I'm listening. I guess my fault is I'm listening to what the game wants me to do.
I want the game to give me some reason to want to play it, to like it more. I do.
Kiefer doesn't talk much in the cutscenes, which are part of the gameplay. Well, you know, that's the part that you can't skip. All those audio cassettes are extra. Those are supposed to be like bonus content. In all the cutscenes, every other character does the majority of the talking, and it's distracting. Can we convince Rich to play Metal Gear tonight just for some Schadenfreude? Maybe. I'd like to see how far he is. I'd like to see how Rich handles the missions.
We can probably do that. We can probably do that.
This is fun too. This is good kind of mindless video gameplay while Rich and I can get some stuff off our chest. Kiefer is kind of lame anyway. Also, I've never understood why any video game would work hard for a celebrity voiceover. Especially not a video game like this, which is a well-established franchise. Why would they care about a celebrity voiceover?
I think Kojima has some kind of Hollywood hard-on. I think his background is he's like a failed movie maker.
Okay.
Who ended up making games.
Oh. And so he wanted Kiefer only to work with a Hollywood actor?
Pure speculation. Pure speculation.
You know what? I'll take it. I'm convinced. Oh, and according to Failspin, it was Konami's decision. But that doesn't make any sense. It's a Metal Gear game. It's going to sell well no matter what.
Especially because David Hayter was beloved. I mean, I don't even love the series, yet I know who he is. And I know he was Snake.
Yeah. Oh. No, and you don't need it, is all I'm saying. Like, this is a 5. The game has made it to 5. You don't need to start, like, convincing people to buy it at this point.
Especially because Konami wants to wash their hands with the series anyway. I'm dead serious.
Right? Also, I don't understand, and maybe this is just because I've never been into the Metal Gear series, but there was this big kerfuffle for the game about Kojima's name being taken off the cover. Did you hear about that kerfuffle? You know, like a Hideo Kojima game.
Oh, every mission he's got his credit. I wouldn't worry about it.
His name shows up literally twice in the opening credits. He has a written by credit and he has a director's credit and a created by and directed by credit. He has 2 director's credits.
Well, doesn't it also show up at like the beginning and end of every mission?
They
decide to show the credits again.
Of every single mission. His name is in that game more than the Russian soldiers.
Was that like a, oh, fuck you, because if we don't get the name on the cover? Was that a, well, we'll shove my name all over the place then? Was that what that was?
On Sunday, people were saying that, you know, he wanted it to feel kind of episodic, like TV episodes.
Okay.
And so that was a stylistic choice. But all I'm saying
is very odd.
I officially take qualms with anyone who bitched about his name not being on the cover because his name is fucking all over that game.
I think that's fair.
Yeah. What?
Taking issue with him, people who are upset he didn't get his name on the cover.
Yes.
His name is fucking everywhere.
Okay, thank you, Rich. Rich can be with me.
I will
on this
agree
one.
with you on that.
Great. You know what? That's something we just agreed on. I think that's a cause for celebration.
Are there a lot of people who are pissed off his name is not on the cover?
Yes, it was
just him.
It was a huge internet kerfuffle. Did you see that? The Steam reviews are all a game by Hideo Kojima. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah. Does he really have much to do with the gameplay design?
I don't.
Because if his biggest contribution is the story, then fuck him. Fuck him.
What the fuck?
You're pretty. Zoink no says people were mad before the game came out. Well, then maybe people shouldn't fucking complain about stuff before they see a thing. Then I'm still pissed at those people. How about that? This thing I know nothing about, I'm going to be pissed about. People just love bitching about Konami because Konami is fucking awful. I don't know anything about Konami. Literally, the only thing I know about Konami is they put out this game that I don't much care for. What other games do they make? I don't know.
They made Zone of the Enders at some point.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Before it was all Metal Gear all the time, Kojima did that. He had something to do with that. And I actually think the Zone of the Enders games are a fucking masterpiece. So
no, and you know what, Rich? I'm gonna cut you off. I'm sorry. Tear both your eyes out says, imagine a publisher taking the RLM cast names off of Space Cop. No, that's not what we're talking about.
Off the box or off of the film?
We're talking about taking it off the box, which is what they did.
Yeah.
And you know what? If the cover design worked better without all the fucking name on the box, that's their decision. The credits is still there 100 times. I've seen Kojima's name 100 times in playing this game.
Because at that point, it's just kind of an ego thing.
Right.
It's not like he's not getting credit.
Right. He just wanted his name to be seen more. That's exactly what it is, Rich. That's an ego thing.
I mean, I don't want to say more until I know more specifically about what people are pissed about. This is the first I've heard about any of this shit. I feel weird making comments about it.
Mm-hmm.
I know there was some weird stuff with him getting fired and Konami wanting to make casual mobile games now, and they don't want to do the big production anymore. Which I don't, I don't know that I blame them for that.
Right. According to Thanatos388, says he has complete control over everything in the game. Holy shit. Literally everything in the game. He is basically like Kubrick about it, making the musician write 30 tracks and throwing them out because he didn't like them. He is also... Oh, where'd you go? The level designer and directs literally everything. He's not just the writer.
Okay.
So he has everything.
Like gameplay design?
Gameplay design, that's all him, which is great.
Yeah.
I think Rich and I are both in agreement that the individual missions are very fun.
Yes.
And very satisfying when you do them correctly. And then the only problem
That's why I'm not shitting on the game, Jack.
Well, and that's why I am, is because there's so much of the other part of the game. I won't 100